A warm welcome to the galaxy of thinkers and scholars, honorable guests, respected judges, dear teachers, parents, and beloved students. How beautiful is this day as we commence with our day 3 of STAI events. We are going to witness a series of events in the morning hours and a formal valedictory function in the evening. So let's begin the day without much ado with our first event of today. Using puppets to teach and learn science can help capture students' interest, motivate them for learning, challenge their thinking, and provide communication in a safe and fun environment. In this way, the use of puppets in science has also strong cross-curriculum links to English and drama, especially looking at speaking and expression. Puppetry is an old traditional art which is still active in almost every culture, used in many different contexts for spiritual, cultural, and educational learning. So here, I welcome the young students of Indian schools to showcase their talent and take us to the imaginary world of puppetry. May we roll on.
APJ Abdul Kalam, the son of Jainal Abidin and Ashiyamma, came from a humble background. He lived in the island town of Rameshwaram in Madras. His father was not the wealthiest but made sure that his son had a secure childhood. He spent a major part of his childhood with his brother-in-law Ahmad Jalaluddin and his first cousin Shamsuddin. After the Second World War was over and India was free, Kalam was permitted to study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram, away from family. His father, though hesitant, later convinced himself and his wife. "Appa, I have completed my elementary schooling. I must ask you to give me permission to study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. I have heard that the Schwartz High School is very good." "Son, I will permit you, but are you sure living in a far place all alone?" "Son, think again. There is no one close there." "Amma, Appa, yes, it will be a place strange to me, but I must grow as a person and gain experience." "Abul, you have to go away to grow. Does the seagull not fly across the sun alone and without a nest? You must forego your longing for the land of your memories to move into the dwelling place of your greater desires. Our love will not bind you, nor will our needs hold you. Ashiyamma, your children are not your children, they are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself." Shamsuddin and Ahmad Jalaluddin travelled with Kalam to Ramanathapuram to enroll him into the Schwartz High School. He was determined to study and succeed. His teacher Ayyadri Solomon was the ideal teacher for him, and their relationship was beyond teacher and pupil. Ayyadri Solomon taught Kalam, "To succeed in life and achieve results, you must understand and master three mighty forces: desire, belief, and expectation. Before you want anything to happen, you must first desire it intensely and be certain that it would happen." By the time Kalam completed his education at Schwartz High School, he was a self-confident boy determined to succeed. The decision to go for further education was taken without a second thought. After completing his education at Schwartz High School, he went on for further studies at St. Joseph's College, Trichy. Then he applied for admission to MIT and got selected. At MIT, he dreamed for flying an aircraft and hence chose aeronautical engineering. One day, Kalam's design teacher, Professor Srinivasan, then director of the MIT, reviewed his progress and declared it dismal and disappointing. Kalam, you are supposed to submit the configuration drawing tomorrow and you haven't even finished the major part of it. I am sorry, sir. It's just that I was caught up in other subject work. I couldn't finish it. Can I please have some more time? How much more time do you need? A month, sir. Look, young man, today is Friday afternoon. I gave you 3 days' time. If by Monday morning I don't get the configuration drawing, your scholarship will be stopped. Kalam was dumbstruck. He thought the scholarship was a lifeline, otherwise his dream of flying an aircraft would be shattered to pieces. So Kalam presented the configuration drawing after 3 days, skipping dinner and a night's sleep. The professor hugged him affectionately and his scholarship was not stopped. I knew you would finish it under pressure, but I never expected you to perform so well. From MIT, he went to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited HAL in Bangalore as a trainee. Soon after, he got accepted as a senior scientific assistant at DTD&P Air. After working at DTD&P for a while, he received a call from the Indian Committee for Space Research in COSPAR to attend an interview for the post of rocket engineer. He was interviewed by Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, Professor M.G.K. Menon and Mr. Saraf and also got selected for the post. In 1963, Kalam went to the NASA facility in Maryland, USA as a part of a training program on sounding rocket launching techniques. After that, he was chosen as the leader of the team to make India's own satellite launch vehicle, SLV. The first experimental flight trial of the SLV-3 was scheduled for 10th August 1979 and the first stage was a great success. However, the second stage was an utter disappointment. He was frustrated and disheartened due to this. He had lost all his confidence. It was Dr. Brahm Prakash who sowed the seed of confidence into him. Kalam started to build the second SLV-3 with regained confidence and sheer determination.
Born in Lockhausen in the northern Rhine region of Germany in 1896, Ida Noddack was a German chemist and physicist. So, Madam Ida, what is it that made you pick this path of study? Well, since I did not want to be a teacher at all, and research and industry employed proportionally fewer physicists at that time, I decided to become a chemist, a decision that was welcomed by my father, who owned a small varnish factory in the lower Rhine region. Ida Taki entered Technical University of Berlin in 1915 and graduated in 1918 with a degree in chemical and metallurgical engineering. She was one of the first women in Germany to study chemistry, and she was also a part of the first generation of female students in Germany. Now, this story starts in 1984 when Ida began looking for empty slots in Mendeleev's periodic table along with fellow chemist Walter Noddack. The pair focused their entire energy on the 43rd and 75th element slots and approached it with Ida's unique yet intuitive perspective. Later, with the help of their fellow colleague Otto Berg, they began their search for the elements using X-ray spectroscopy and found success in a mineral called Norwegian columbite. Finally, in 1925, they were successful in their quest. Finally, we have found elements 75 and 43, the former being a last element with stable isotope. It is also not radioactive, while element 43 is the lightest element whose isotopes are all radioactive. But Walter, what are we going to name it? How about rhenium? But why rhenium? Because since you found it, it will be named after the Rhine River at your birthplace. Then we'll name element 43 Mesurium. And why Masurium, Ida? Because since you found it, it will be named after your East German home. Though the pair were able to discover the presence of two new elements, it was essential to present samples because the scientific community pushed back on their publication. The two attempted to extract the sample from over 1,800 samples of different elements, but were successful in only extracting rhenium in high quantities, enough for verification. Despite the fact that Ida and Walter were the ones to discover the presence of 43rd element, the credit for its discovery was given to Carlo Perrier and Emilio Sega. We have finally created element 43. Congratulations, Sir Carlo and Sir Emilio, but could you please share how you have made it possible? We created it from a discarded piece of molybdenum foil that was from a cyclotron which had undergone beta decay using a particle accelerator. And what shall you name it? It will be called technetium. But it was me and Walter who were the ones who originally discovered the existence of element 43. And it is Masurium, not technetium. But you weren't able to experimentally prove your thesis. Nodak protested, but the scientific community doubted her claims and it cost her her integrity. But it isn't just Masurium for which Nodak deserves to be credited. I, Enrico Fermi, hereby claim that my paper proves the existence of transurium elements, for it is the product of nuclear fusion by the bombardment of uranium with neutrons. But Sir Enrico, my papers here state the exact opposite of yours. That is, bombardment of uranium with neutrons will produce smaller nuclei, this being the main principle of nuclear fission. That is ridiculous, stated the scientific community and the then leading German scientists like Otto Hahn. But in 1938, Otto Hahn and his assistant Fritz Strassmann demonstrated this to be the case. Sir Otto Hahn has won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his discovery of the fission of heavy atomic nuclei. Thank you. Oh, come on, not again. I was the one who came up with this thesis. But you weren't able to experimentally prove your thesis again. Nodak again protested that the idea was hers, but to little avail. Her failure to confirm her ideas experimentally in the case of both Masurium and nuclear fission had cost her the credit for these world-changing discoveries.
A discovery is recognizing something that already exists for the first time that nobody has found before. An invention is creating something totally new with one's own ideas in development. It's innovated from the ideas and experiences of the individuals, thus making inventions unique. Honorable chief guests and my dear friends, I'm extremely honored to present the story of Alice, a child with curiosity, and her brother Ace, who made us remember the remarkable invention in physics, Raman effect, by India's greatest scientist, C.V. Raman. Let's enjoy. Good morning, sir. Good morning, children. Today, we shall learn about Raman effect, which made India proud around the whole world. Raman? Is it the name of a person? It sounds like a familiar person. What did he do? This is the phenomena of scattering of light particles discovered by the eminent physicist C.V. Raman. He received the Nobel Prize for this discovery. In 1986, asked the government of India to celebrate 28th February as National Science Day. Sir, could you please tell us more about C.V. Raman? Alright kids, today we will discuss about C.V. Raman. C.V. Raman was born at Tiruchirappalli, southern India on November 7, 1888. His father, Chandrasekhar Ramanath Iyer, was a lecturer in mathematics and his mother, Parvati Ammal, was a housewife. He entered Presidency College Madras in 1902 and won the gold medal in physics. C.V. Raman was an intelligent and brilliant student since his early childhood. At the age of 11, he passed the matriculation exam and at 12th class at the age of 13 with a scholarship. Raman moved to the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore in 1933 to become its first Indian director. In 1922, he published his work on molecular diffraction of light. In 1954, the government of India honored him with the Bharat Ratna. Raman died due to a cardiac arrest on November 21st, 1970 at the age of 82. Today was a wonderful day at school. I have learned everything about the great scientist C.V. Raman. Scientists and their inventions. I just hate it. They made me difficult to by heart thousands of theories. Ace, don't learn science just by hearting. I don't think it's possible in my life. Brother, it's working. Brother, I have made a Newton's disk of my own and it's working. Oh no, I'm not interested. I have to by heart Raman effect for physics class test. If I have ever made any valuable discoveries, it has been owing to patient attention than to any other talent. I haven't failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Ace, wake up. Let's explore facts. Wake up, Ace. Wake up. Get ready for the morning walk. Brother, come fast. Let's observe the nature and enjoy the beauty. Oh, Dad, please say Alice not to disturb me by asking silly questions. I'll forget everything what I have studied. Brother, my science teacher always says to investigate things and learn the facts. I love science. Dad, look at the sky. It looks awesome today. Brother, could you tell me why does the sky appear blue during the day and orange red during the sunset? Oh, start it. Alice, haven't you studied about scattering of light? Yes, Dad. I studied it yesterday night. Let me try the process of... Well, the blue color of the sky is because of scattering of light. The particles found in the atmosphere have the ability to scatter solar radiations in all directions. Dad, but why the different colors? Daytime blue and evening during the sunset, orange and red? Can't it be yellow or green?
Hi, how are you? Hi, I'm fine. What about you? I'm good. By the way, are you prepared for today's quiz on scientists? Yes, I'm always prepared. Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question. Who was the first to invent aeroplanes? Well, the Wright brothers, of course. What a simple question. Well, it was indeed the Wright brothers who invented the first manned airplane in 1903. But almost 8 years before the brothers, an airplane flew over the Chowpatty beach of Mumbai, India. Wait, does that mean my answer is wrong? How is that even possible? Yes, there was an Indian who built an aeroplane in 1895. Due to the extreme lack of technology and resources, this airplane was not as successful as that of the brothers. This is the story of Shivkar Bapuji Talpare, remembering the unsung heroes of India during the 75th Independence Year celebrations. In 1864, Mumbai, or Bombay as it was called then, was still under the rule of the Britishers. The educational and economic progress of the city began with the company's military successes in the Deccan. Bombay was on its way of becoming the financial and commercial capital of India and one of the most populous cities in the world. During this time, a boy was born to Mr. and Mrs. Talpare named Shivkar. He grew up to be a very active and inquisitive child. Something very special about Shivkar was that all his doubts and all his questions pointed to one direction. He wanted to fly. Kaka, why is the sky blue? Huh? Friends, how do birds fly? Why can't all birds fly, friends? I wonder where he gets all these questions from.
Come, Shivi, come. I know you love to come with me to the fields, isn't it?
Yes, Grandpa, I love to come with you. But Grandpa, I have a doubt. How is the kite able to fly even without wings? Why don't I have wings to fly, Grandpa?
You want to fly? Shivi, Shivi.
Shivkar went on to become a technical instructor in the Art and Craft Department of Sir J.J. School of Art in Mumbai. And he kept in mind his dream to fly one day.
I'm also a member of the monotheistic Arya Samaj and I'm really interested in both Sanskrit and the Vedas.
It is in the J.J. School of Art with easy access to materials that Shivkar started working on making his dream a reality. Talpare also studied the experiment of a machine gun inventor who had also built a captive steam-driven engine. These experiments seem to have inspired him greatly to make an aircraft and fly.
In my quest to build a perfect flying machine, I went to Benares to meet a guru. The guru gave me a code. 4121. 4121. That kept me confused for a while, but later on it helped me understand that mercury is the best fuel for my engine, since the word for mercury in Hindi is para, which looks very similar to the number 4121.
On getting this much awaited information, Talpare started working hard, day and night, to fulfill his dream.
I did it! I did it! Thank you, God! Thank you so much! In 1895, I became successful in constructing the first unmanned, heavier-than-air aircraft named Marut Sakha, derived from the Sanskrit words Marut and Sakha, which together mean friend of wind.
Marut Sakha flew above the Bombay Chowpatty beach to a height of about 460 meters and stayed up for some minutes.
Let me explain the working of Marut Sakha to you. I used cylinders of bamboo and mercury as a fuel. As you already know, I was curious enough to learn about the working of the machine gun and the steam engine. To be frank,
I am impelled to tell you how much I have come to admire your intellect, your drive, and your honesty, and that I consider myself lucky to have made personal acquaintance with you. These were the words of great Einstein to Marie Curie. Let us take a peekaboo into the life of this eminent scientist Marie Curie, who was held in high esteem by the great Albert Einstein. Radiance, the passion of Marie Curie. Maria Salome Sklodowska, better known as Marie Curie, was born on November 7, 1867, in Warsaw, Poland. As the fifth child of Władysław and Bronislawa Skłodowski. Both parents were impoverished members of the lesser Polish nobility. Maria was a brilliant student, but she faced some challenging barriers. As a woman, she was barred from receiving higher education. So, in an act of defiance, Marie enrolled in a floating university, a secret institution that provided clandestine education to Polish youth. By saving money, working as a governess and tutor, she was able to move to Paris to study at the reputed Sorbonne. She acquired a degree in both physics and mathematics. In Paris, Marie met the physicist Pierre Curie, who shared his lab and his heart with her. But she longed to be back in Poland. Upon her return to Warsaw, though, she found that securing an academic position as a woman remained a challenge. All was not lost, as back in Paris, the lovelorn Pierre was waiting, and the pair quickly married and became a formidable scientific team. Another physicist's work sparked Marie Curie's interest. In 1896, Henri Becquerel discovered that uranium spontaneously emitted mysterious X-ray-like radiations that could interact with the photographic film. Becquerel believed that the uranium salts were having an unusual chemical reaction with something in the atmosphere, but Marie believed that it was something else. In order to help her with her work, Pierre shared his quadrant electrometer, which is capable of measuring precisely the tiny amounts of electric charge present in a material. Marie finally discovered that it was the element itself which was emitting radiations, unlike Becquerel's findings. And there came the most exciting phenomena, which she named as radioactivity. Marie found out that the radiation was coming from something fundamental within the atom of each element. The idea was radical and helped to disprove the long-standing model of atoms as indivisible and stable objects. During her research, she was intrigued by pitchblende, the ore of uranium, as its activity was far more superior to that of pure uranium. She believed that there was something in the mineral which was more radioactive than uranium. This curiosity led to the discovery of two new elements, polonium, which was named after Marie's native, Poland, and radium, the Latin word for ring.
In 1902, Curie had extracted 1/10th gram of radium from 4 tons of pitchblende, which was an incredible feat at that time. Pierre and Marie revealed their discovery of the two new elements and the phenomena of radioactivity to the scientists at Sorbonne. She boldly told all the eminent scientists present there that they had fundamentally misunderstood the atom. Later that year, Pierre Curie and Henri Becquerel were nominated for the Nobel Prize in Physics, but Marie was overlooked. Pierre took a stand in support of his wife's well-earned recognition and said, "If there was a Nobel Prize to win, I would rather win it with Marie for her contribution." And so, both of the Curies and Henri Becquerel shared the 1903 Nobel Prize. Curie was awarded this for her incredible work about radioactivity. This made Marie Curie the first female Nobel laureate. Well-funded and well-respected, the Curies were on a roll. But tragedy struck in 1906 when Pierre was crushed by a horse-drawn cart as he crossed a busy intersection. A devastated Marie immersed herself in research and took over Pierre's teaching position at the Sorbonne. She became the school's first female professor. Her solo work was fruitful. In 1911, she won another Nobel Prize. This time, it was for chemistry, for her earlier discovery of the elements polonium and radium, and the extraction and analysis of pure radium and its compounds. This made her the first and to this day the only person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different disciplines.
Professor Curie put her discovery to work changing the landscape of medical research and treatment. When the university denied to provide her with funds to make arrangements for making mobile radiology units, she offered both her Nobel Prizes.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Everyone, please settle down and open your science books. Today, we are going to learn about flowers. I hope you're all excited to jump into the world of flowers.
Yes, sir. Very excited.
Good, I like the spirit. So, first, I'll start with pollination. There are two types of pollination. The first one is cross pollination, and the second one is
Self-pollination?
very good, Adrian. Now, class, if you observe the given specimen in my hand, that is the red hibiscus flower, you will be able to notice its filament and its anther.
Whoa, what a beautiful flower.
Now, class, before I start my lesson, I want to inform all of you about an upcoming science exhibition. All those who are interested can give me their names after class. Adrian set up his mind for the exhibition. Oh, what a clear sky. The breeze hitting me on my face. The smell of fresh flowers. Isn't this all just so relieving?
It's wonderful. That's how the different colors of nature are syncing so beautifully together. The bright lily, it looks so pleasing, and among those other flowers, it gives this flower the spotlight, and walking on the grass feels so good.
Only God knows how his marvelous creations exist.
Well, it's pretty rudimentary. Cross-pollination?
What?
Brother, it is a process through which different plants... Wait a minute. Whoa, is that a hibiscus flower? Yes, it is the same one which Sir told us about. Brother, come here, look at this. The anthers and filaments coming out. This is such a wonderful flower. Maybe I could get a few ideas for the exhibition. I will take this one home.
Adrian researched about the flower and came up with an intriguing experiment for his science exhibition.
Finally, the exhibition day has arrived. Oh, why am I so nervous? But then I have to give my best.
He takes a deep breath and gets ready to perform his experiment. Nice. Good. Nice work, Dwight. Good morning, Adrian. What's your experiment about?
Good morning, sir. I will be showing you an experiment on how to achieve cross-pollination in flowers manually. First, I will take the hibiscus flower and cut off the anthers from it. And then I will take the pollen grains from lily and manually put them in the hibiscus, hence achieving cross-pollination manually.
Very good, Adrian. Keep it up. Now, students, the moment you all have been waiting for, the winner of today's science exhibition is Adrian Brood. Congratulations, Adrian.
Thank you, sir.
Adrian, I was wondering what led you to this inquisitive idea for your experiment.
I got inspired by Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics, who performed a similar experiment.
This moment was Adrian's turning point. After this, he was fully devoted to his passion to become a biologist. He grew up and was only steps away from his aim, from his goal. He seemed to have many obstacles in his path, but he tackled them and blossomed out to become a better man. And that's what success is, isn't it? Thank you, sir, for giving me a room full of opportunities to illuminate a path I never thought I'll ever struck upon. Thank you for making me the man I am today. Ah yes, this little beautiful thing, that red hibiscus flower that sparked me into...
Hello, Jenny. Good evening. Where are you going? Good evening, Professor. I'm going to the museum block. Oh, I'm also going to the museum block. Then come, we shall go together. Professor, in which school do you study? The King's School. Professor, yesterday I read an article on Sir Isaac Newton and got interested to know more about him. Yeah, sure, my child. I shall tell you all I know. Sir Isaac Newton was an English mathematician, physicist, astronomer, theologian, and author who is widely recognized as one of the greatest mathematicians and most influential scientists of all time. Oh, and then? Okay, my child, don't hurry. I shall tell you all I know. Sir Isaac Newton was born on 25th December 1642 at Woolsthorpe, Lincolnshire. His father had died 3 months before his birth. When Newton was 3, his mother got remarried and left Newton in the care of his maternal grandmother. He studied in King's School from 12 to 17, which taught him Latin, Greek, and probably foundation of mathematics too. His mother removed him from school to make him a farmer, an occupation he hated. The schoolmaster of King's School, Henry Stokes, persuaded his mother to resend him back to school, and he was the person who identified Newton's intellect in the initial stage to be a future scientist. Newton would busy himself in making toys and wood models of different kinds. In 1661, Newton joined Trinity College, and he was the eldest of all. So, Professor, Newton had to undergo a lot of difficulties as a young child, isn't it, Professor? Yes, dear. Due to the Great Plague, Newton was at home temporarily for 2 years, and he started getting interest for mathematics, physics, optics, and astronomy. It's just like a school building close to pandemic, isn't it, Professor? Yes, dear. Newton laid foundation for differential and integral calculus and binomial theorem. In 1669, Newton was recommended for location professorship. Newton's first work as a location professor was on optics, for which he had reached a conclusion that white light is not simply entity, but when Newton passed a thin beam of sunlight through a glass prism, a spectrum of 7 colors were formed, which were duly noted by a great intellectual. He also believed that chromatic aberration was present in glass lenses, and he built the first ever reflecting telescope. Newton was elected as a Fellow of the Royal Society after donating a reflecting telescope. He published his books on optics, in which with his experiments and discovery of heterogeneous corpuscular nature of white light. Do you know, Newton was inspired to formulate his theory of gravitation by watching an apple fall from a tree. Oh really, Professor? I would like to know more about it. Can you please explain? The story goes that one day, Sir Isaac Newton was puzzling away, thinking about the planets sitting under an apple tree. The apples are ripe, and do you know what happened? One fell on his head. Ouch! That must have hurt him badly. Yes, but actually, we aren't sure if it did fall on his head or just beside him. So Newton watched the apple fall, and he thought about the force pulling it down to the ground. And then with the leap of mind, as befits the regular genius, he realized it's gravity that pulls down the earth and prevents it from living in the orbit around the sun. Newton thought that the power of gravity was not limited to a certain distance from Earth, but extending much further as high as the moon, and it must influence its motion and perhaps return Earth in its orbit. He thought of the force of gravity reaches to the top of the highest tree and might not reach even further. In 1679, Newton returned to its work on celestial mechanics by considering gravitation and its effects on orbits of planets. Professor, can you please explain that? Okay, why does apple fall on the ground and why does an Earth fly off to space? Professor, is it because of attraction or gravity? Good. So Isaac Newton studied the reason behind the falling of apple and considered it as the law of universal gravitation. Newton was 44 years old when he published the book The Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, commonly known as the Principia, with the encouragement and financial help from the British astronomer Edmund Halley. The Principia is recognized as one of the greatest scientific books ever written. Wow, that's a great contribution to the field of science, isn't it, Professor? Yes, Jenny, he was not only a great scientist, but also he was elected as a member of the Parliament of England.
10th July 1856. Nikola Tesla was born in the street of Smiljan in present-day Croatia. When Nikola Tesla was born, his astrologist said that he would be a child of darkness, to which his mother replied, "No, he'll be a child of light." He had a unique way of imagination. As a child, he could conceive inventions in his head, and he explained that in an article too. Invariably, my device works as I conceive that it should, and the experiment comes out exactly as I planned it. In 20 years, there has not been a single exception. Tesla's mom used to invent small household appliances from which Tesla got inspired. Duke Mandich was his mother's name. Tesla's father was a priest and wanted his son to be one too, but Tesla was interested in engineering. Later on, he went to study in Austria at the Technical College of Graz, where he is said to have worked from 3 a.m. to 11 p.m. His professors were worried that he would die from exhaustion. Tesla could perform calculus in his head and also spoke 8 languages. He was a good student at the start, but would not finish school. He ended up in Budapest, working as an electrician in a telephone company after moving around Europe for a job. While walking around a park in the city one day, he had an epiphany about developing a new way of generating electricity using alternating current. Genius. 1882 Paris. He settled in Paris to work for the French branch of Thomas Edison's electrical company. He started off installing indoor lighting, but the managers noticed his talents and had him do more complicated work, such as fixing electronical appliances and motors. 2 years later, in 1884, Tesla's manager offered him a job at Edison Machine Works in New York City. He agreed and arrived in America with only 4 cents in his pocket because his money was stolen on the boat ride over. Tesla initially had a good impression of Edison. Edison also had a good impression on Tesla, later saying that, "I have had many hardworking assistants, but you take the cake, Tesla." This mutual admiration didn't last. The two men disagreed over how electricity should be contained and delivered. Edison preferred direct current, which is a system where the electric charge only flows in one direction, while Tesla was a fan of alternating current, in which the electric charge changes direction periodically. Tesla quit the job and started his own company, but lost it because the investors showed little interest. After losing his company, Tesla had to take a job digging ditches for $2 a day just to survive. But his fortunes would change. In 1887, Tesla invented an induction motor that ran on alternating current. The motor was the most efficient way to convert electricity to mechanical power. American Institute of Electrical Engineers, 1888. He patented the motor and showed it off the following year at the American Institute of Electrical Engineers that caught the attention of George Westinghouse, a major player in the electrical market, who realized Tesla's AC motor might just be what they needed to compete against Edison's DC system. So Tesla licensed a patent for AC motor to Westinghouse for $60,000. A lot of good things were happening to Westinghouse and Tesla. They underbid Edison and his newly formed company General Electric to illuminate the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893.
Their success continued when they beat out Edison's General Electric again to build the world's first alternating current power plant in Niagara Falls. The hydroelectric power plant was a massive success and helped light up Buffalo, New York. The building of this plant also meant Tesla became a pioneer in renewable energy. His statue can be found at Niagara Falls today. Westinghouse and Tesla won the war of currents, but there were problems. Westinghouse's company was running out of money and eventually went $10 million into debt. 1897. Westinghouse went to Tesla and asked if his royalties could be reduced in a desperate attempt to save the company. Tesla was so compelled by compassion for his friend that he ripped up his contract. He was grateful to Westinghouse for believing in him when no one else would. Had he held on those royalties over time, he would have likely become the wealthiest person on the planet. This act of compassion saved Westinghouse, and in return, Westinghouse paid Tesla $60 million. This was his period of many inventions. He held over 300 patents in his lifetime. He created an early version of neon lighting, pioneered X-ray technology, and the Tesla turbine, a bladeless turbine for vehicles. The invention that stood out was the invention of a radio-controlled boat, 1898. He controlled a miniature boat at Madison Square Garden in New York. It was so far ahead of its time that the crowd thought he was using magic to make the boat move. That would be the ancestor to today's remote-controlled drones and boats. One of his well-known inventions is the Tesla coil, a device that can produce large amounts of high-voltage electricity. Because of the coils, he discovered he could send and receive powerful radio signals when they resonated at the same frequency.
Welcome to my puppet show, The Preview. Now let's peep into his life journey. Charles Darwin was English naturalist, geologist and biologist, best known for his contributions to the world of science, also known as the father of evolution. Darwin was born into a wealthy family in the year 1809. As a boy, he was very naughty and was not interested to read and sit in the classroom. But he loved to collect things and he was keen in observing the nature. His dad wanted him to be or a priest or a doctor and always used to show the strict gesture towards him. Charles, you never listen to me. Go to university and become a doctor like me. Understood? Poor Charles unwillingly went to Edinburgh University to train in medicine, but alas, could not fulfill and came back. I wonder what my father will say now. Charles had to move to London, and while studying at Cambridge University, he met a professor named Mr. Henslow, who instilled him a tremendous interest on all species of Earth. One day, his professor offered him a scientific expedition, where he would sail around the world discovering new species. Yay, I am off to the world too now! It was through this professor that 22-year-old Darwin found himself a place at HMS Beagle as gentleman's companion. On the 5-year world trip around the world, HMS Beagle traveled over South America, Africa, Australia, islands of Indian Ocean and the Galapagos Island. On the Galapagos Island, he explored many interesting discoveries which made a fundamental part in his theory of evolution by natural selection. Darwin proposed that evolution by natural selection is the process by which species are generated over thousands of generations. For instance, mammals continued adapting to apes, to gorillas, to chimpanzees, and eventually to human beings. He proposed that species change their shapes and sizes based on the needs. One such example was with giraffe's neck. Darwin found that finches varied in their beak size depending on the diet and the place they inhabited. Charles left Galapagos Island with a lot of historic memories with him. Charles, in 1838, was happily married to his cousin Emma and continued to make some new inventions. In 1839, Charles published a book named The Origin of Species, which won him a plethora of awards and thus became one of the most distinguished and greatly admired scientists of the all time.
And today, I'm going to narrate a story about an incredible woman scientist. Any guesses? We'll watch on to know who it is. It all started on 7th November 1867 when a little girl was born in Warsaw. She was the youngest of the 5 children. Her parents were both teachers, but unfortunately, at the age of 10, she lost her mother due to tuberculosis, after which, though being a small child, she responsibly took after her father. This young girl had a bright and curious mind. She even excelled at school. But unfortunately, she could not attend the University of Warsaw as it was a male-only university. But this girl did not give up and pursued her education in Warsaw's floating university, which was set underground, where classes were held in secret. She and her sister were very ambitious and dreamed of going abroad to earn their degree, but struggled as they lacked financial resources. Even though there were so many obstacles her way, she made a deal with her sister, stating that she would support her while she was at school by working as a tutor to give her financial aid and requested to return the same favor. Finally, in the year 1891, she made her way to Sorbonne in Paris. She was studying very hard, but this dedication had a price to pay. Due to the financial struggle, she survived on buttered bread and honey, which led her to health issues and poor times. In 1893, she completed her master's degree in physics and gained another degree in mathematics the following year. After graduating from Sorbonne, she received a commission to perform a study on different types of steel and magnetic properties. On 26 July 1895, she was married to a French physicist who put aside his own work to aid her in her research. They were a scientifically dynamic duo who completely devoted their time to research. After constant effort, their work paid off,
and they discovered radioactive elements polonium and radium while working with the mineral pitch blende. 1897, she welcomed her first daughter. In 1903, when French Academy of Sciences nominated her for the Nobel Prize for her collective discovery on radioactivity to Swedish Academy, they refused to acknowledge and mention her name due to male domination. After the efforts taken by a maths professor in the member committee who recognized her work, amendments were made to include her name for the Nobel Prize. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize as well as the first person, man or woman, to win the prestigious award twice. She remains the only person to be honored for accomplishments in two separate sciences. After which, in 1904, she had her second daughter. Within 2 years, she had an unfortunate loss. She lost her husband due to an accident. Despite her tremendous grief, she took over his teaching post at Sorbonne and became the first female professor in the institution. After her husband's death, she found victory in the development of X-rays. Her revolutionary idea created the field of atomic physics. She coined the word radioactivity to describe the phenomena that the uranium rays remain constant no matter the condition or form of the uranium. Around this time, she joined with other famous scientists including Albert Einstein and Max Planck to attend the first World Congress in Physics and discuss the many groundbreaking discoveries in their field. After the First World War broke out, she devoted her time and resources to help the cause. She expertised in the use of portable X-ray machines in the field, and this medical utility received the nickname kept after her name. After the war, she still did not give up and wanted to advance her research. She travelled to the United States twice to raise funds to buy radium and to establish a radium research institute in Warsaw. Later, her first daughter followed in her mother's footsteps, winning the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1935. In 1937, her second born wrote the first of many biographies devoted to her famous mother, which became a film a few years later. She died on July 4, 1934, due to the aplastic anemia, which is believed to be caused by prolonged exposure to radiation. This inspiring woman scientist made many breakthroughs in her lifetime. She is remembered as a leading figure in science and a role model for women, not only for her achievements in the field of science, but also for balancing her family life, raising two meritorious daughters. She has received numerous posthumous honors. There are several educational and research institutions named after her. This talented, famous, ambitious, hardworking, impressive and remarkable woman scientist is none other than...
Hi children, I am Robert Hooke and today I will take all of you for a journey around my day. As a scientist, I get to make so many discoveries. Now we should get ready to go to the lab. Just give me a minute and I will be right back. Here I am. Let's go to the lab. I have reached the lab, but I wonder where Mr. Hawkins is. He is nowhere to be seen. Good morning, sir. Oh, good morning, George. What's the matter? Mr. Hawkins has gone to the nearby city in order to complete some work. He told me that you are in charge of the lab for the next few days. Oh, okay, George. Thanks for the information. I hope he has a safe journey. You're always welcome, sir. I was waiting for Mr. Hawkins to give me some details regarding what I must do. But now that he's not there, I should try out the new microscope. Do you know, children, that it recently came out?
It was discovered by my dear friend Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. He is a genius man, I must say. Anyways, what must I observe under the microscope? Ah! What's that? It's a cork. I wonder what it looks like under the microscope. I must check it out. Wow, it resembles small compartments. Who must have known that there were so many small compartments under a cork? I must present this to Mr. Hawkins when he returns. But before that, I must name it. Small rooms. Oh yes, cell. It is just the perfect word. It resembles a monastery too. Did you know, children, that the Latin word for small compartments is cell? I will discuss this with Mr. Hawkins, but for now, I must draw this down. Maybe he might know more about this topic. It's getting pretty dark outside. I should go back home. The lab is clean too, and I just made a new discovery. Bye, children. Hope you learned something new.
Thank you so much, dear participants, for the most glorified performance. Now we move on to the most awaited event of the day, Science and Math Quiz. Quiz is like a treasure trunk of knowledge. It is not only an opportunity to participate or win, but it is splendidly informative, as both the viewers and the players get a chance to grasp more knowledge. With passion, strength, and dream, these young minds have entered the arena of quiz about the world of science and the field of math. So everyone, buckle up to see who shines out victorious in this live event, Science and Math Quiz. Over to the quiz master, Mr. Latish, Faculty Maths Department. Sir, please.
Quizzes representing 11 different Indian schools of Oman, who will take you to the edge and give you the taste of how aggressive a competition would really be. Starting on the lineup, I have Mr. Aaron Abraham, representing Indian School Math.
Good morning, sir, and everyone.
Good morning. Yes, you can just.
I am Aaron Abraham of class 12 studying in Indian School Muscat.
Representing Indian School Algebra, we have Nayonika.
Good morning, this is Nayonika from Indian School Algebra.
From Indian School Soup, we have Kartikeya Avasti.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. This is Kartikeya Avasti studying in 11th A in Indian School Soup.
From Indian School Soha, we have Rohan.
Very good morning to all. I am Rohan representing Indian School Soha.
From Indian School Al-Seed, I have with me Ayan.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. I am Ayan Mahata from class 11A and I'm representing Indian School Al-Seed.
Good morning. Moving to the next line, the sixth on the line, I have representing Indian School Wadi Kabir, Master Lail Alwa. Lail Alwa, you are.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. I'm Lail Alwa from Indian School Wadi Kabir.
Yes, good morning. Next on the line, representing Indian School Al Mabela, we have Shazia.
Good morning, everyone. I am Shazia from Indian School Al Mabela.
From Indian School Mulada, with me today I have got Ria.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ria Mary Vargas from Indian School Mulada.
Representing Indian School Niswa, we have Miss Sutishka.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. I am Suratiksha from Indian School Nizwa.
The 10th on the line, from Indian School Darsit, Miss Nivedita.
Thank you, sir. Happy morning to all. I'm Nivedita Iya from Indian School Darsit.
And the last on the lineup, from Indian School Salala, I have Master Antriksh Singh.
Thank you, sir. Morning, everyone. I am Antriksh from Indian School Salala.
Yes, good morning to all. Good morning to my viewers. So, without taking much of your time, let me start with the quiz, the STAI quiz 2021. Before moving to the quiz rounds, I have to tell you the general rules. So we will first disclose general rules. These rules have been already told to the participants. This for the audience. As told over here, the camera and mic need to be kept on throughout the event. No family member, friend, or any person outside should be with the participant. If found, the participant will be disqualified. No chatting in the chat box. Strict live decorum to be maintained during the event. Both the hands should be on the mobile buzzer because we are going to use the mobile buzzer as the buzzer over there. The most important point, the host school will have no control over your internet connectivity. Therefore, it is absolutely imperative for you to use hassle-free internet devices for all the questions in the quiz competition. As usual, Quizmaster's decision will be final and binding. These are the general rules. So, without much delay, let's begin STAI Quiz 2021. As you can see, I have divided the whole quiz into 4 rounds. Each round will have its own rules, which will be told to you in the beginning of the round itself. So here we go with the STAI Quiz 2021.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The launching phase. That's what I have given the name to this round. So before moving to the launching phase to the participants, I want all your mics to be unmuted, all the cameras switched on, mobiles to be kept in such a way it is visible to my proctoring unit. As told earlier, the launching phase, round 1, the rules. Here are the rules. I've got 11 questions in total. Each participant will get 1 direct question. Scoring is +10 for a correct answer. No passing, no negatives. If a direct participant doesn't answer, it goes on the buzzer for a snatch. The scoring point for the snatch will be +10 -5. Now, what is this snatch? When we start with the round 1, the direct question will be going to Master Aaron. If Aaron fails to answer or if he gives me a wrong answer, any participants in the quiz can go for the buzzer. When the question is displayed, that's why you can go for the buzzer. If Aaron fails to answer me or he gives me a wrong answer, I will be coming to the person who has given me the buzzer. For instance, if it is Rohan, then I'll come to Rohan, where he has to give me the correct answer and he can have 10 points in his pocket. But the twist is, if it goes wrong, then as a quiz master, I will be snatching 5 points for him. That means he will get a -5. You're all senior quizzers, you know the rules and all. This is just for information. So let's begin the launching phase. The rules are clear. So Aaron, Indian School Muscat, your direct question will be displayed now on the screen. Oh, you can see here, I have made some numbers which have been put inside the circles. The numbers starting from 1 to 11. Now, you have the liberty to choose any one of these numbers. Whichever number you chose, behind this number there is a question stored for you. You will be answering to that question. So Aaron, which number you prefer? 1 to 11.
So I would go with the number 1.
Number 1, the number which is neither prime nor composite. Let's see whether it brings luck to you. Number 1, here's a question for Aaron. You can see the I got already snatch coming up from Salala Soha, but it's a direct question for Aaron from Indian School Muscat, popularly dubbed as the most intelligent picture ever taken. We have to identify the occasion where this image was clicked. No partial answers. I want the correct answer over there. No partial answers. Yes, Aaron, there is a question for you. No negative points.
So this is the meet between all the physicists where Edison, Tesla and other notable physicists have met together.
You're saying this is it, but I told you I want the occasion. The specific occasion has been given in the history for this picture.
Oh.
No idea?
Awesome.
Okay, no issues. I have got on the snatch Indian School Salala. So Indian School Salala, Masantrish, what's the answer?
Sir, this is the 5th Ernest Solvay press conference.
You mean the 5th Solvay conference which is held every 3 years?
Yes, sir.
The 5th Solvay conference where we discussed the major subjects being the photons and the electrons, where we had the eminent scientists Albert Einstein and Neil Bohr taking the lead.
Yes, sir.
Perfect answer. Plus 10 for Indian School Salala on a snatch. Okay. That is the 5th Solvay conference. As told. My next direct question is for Nayonika. I hope Nayonika is ready. Before that, let me clear the buzzers. I hope the buzzers have been cleared. Yes, Nayonika, your direct question. So, which number you prefer?
7.
Can you repeat one more time?
7.
Lucky number 7. Let's see whether it's lucky number for you today. So, 7. Question number 2, Nayonika. This is the image for you. As you can see, a Nobel laureate is seen here, observing the photo of another famous Nobel laureate. The scientist who looks at the photo is also involved in making a popular science fiction movie. As the scientific consultant of the film, his role was to ensure the depictions of wormholes and relativity in the movie were as accurate as possible. My question is very simple. Well, just give me the science fiction movie he actually participated. If you want, I got Salala again going for the snatch, followed by Seep. If you want, I can give you a clue. This is going to be one of the most rated science fiction movie of the 21st century. Yes, Nayonika. It's an online game, so we can't have much time.
Pass.
In this time, pass. Nayonika makes a pass. So I got on the snatch again. Indian School, Salala. Okay, Antrish, what's your answer?
Sir, this is Kip Thorne from Interstellar.
This is Kip Thorne from Interstellar. So which is the movie you're saying? You're in the movie is Interstellar.
So the movie is Interstellar, yes.
And Kip Thorne was the
Nobel laureate in 2017, sir.
Okay, 27 Nobel laureate. Kip Thorne gave the consultant for the movie in Interstellar, directed by Christopher Nolan. That's what your answer is. First answer, question again on a snatch for Indian School Salala. You'll see the answer for a minute.
And we count these moments.
The first ever to fly faster than the speed of sound.
These moments when we dared to aim higher, to break barriers, to reach for the stars.
Yes, that was the glimpse of the movie Interstellar. The perfect answer. Moving to the third participant in the round, Master Kartikeya from Indian School South. Yes, which number you prefer, Kartikeya?
Sir, I would like to prefer second, 2.
2, the very first prime number in the list. So Kartikeya goes for 2. Here is the question. This is an equality found in mathematics. You can see the equality, e to the power I pi plus 1 equal to 0. Compared to it as the sonnet, Shakespearean sonnet. You just give me the name of this equality. Indian school. So,
Sir, his mic is muted.
mic is muted, yeah. So,
I think pass.
You think pass. I got on the snatch. Indian school Salala already has gone for the snatch again. Yes. Indian school Salala, what's your answer?
Sir, this is Euler's golden identity.
Euler's code, you said the Leonard Euler, the great mathematician's golden identity with
Yes,
the
sir.
5 irrational numbers over there. That's the perfect answer. Again, plus 10 for Indian school Salala. Euler's INT e to the power I pi plus 1 equals 0. The most beautiful INT in mathematics. You can see here the 5 constants e, I, pi, 1 and 0. So Indian school Salala makes another snatch on that one. Here are the buzzers. My next direct question is for Rohan from Indian school Sohar. Which number Sohar do you prefer?
Sir, I would like to take 5.
5. Another prime number 5. So let's see what is stored for Rohan. This is an image, as you can see, of a famous medal. We do identify the medal, the correct medal.
Yes, sir. This is the Nobel Prize for Medicine.
This is the Nobel Prize for Medicine. Sorry, that's not the correct answer. But next time, okay, I got snatch already. I got. Wadi Kabir, you want to give me the answer? Yes, Wadi Kabir, what is your answer?
Sir, I think this is the Fields Medal in Nobel Prize of Mathematics.
Fields Medal. Okay. Rohan, that's not the correct answer. You get a -5. Anyone for no score want to try it out? I had a Muscat already going for that one. Can you tell me, Muscat? There is no point for you though. Which is this medal?
Sir, this is for the Fields Prize. That's what even I wanted to say.
You also want to say the Fields Prize. Okay. Actually, this is the Nobel Prize. Okay, Nobel Prize provided for physics and chemistry. I thought for a senior category, this would have been one of the weakest one. So that didn't happen. The Nobel medal for physics and chemistry, this is what they gave. Okay. So we had a negative coming up over there. Before moving to next question, your mic is muted. Please keep it unmute. We have already told that this should not happen. So next time it happens, I'll be forced to remove it. My next direct question is for Ayan from Indian school. I'll see which number you prefer. Ayan.
So I'd like to select number 10.
Number 10. So previous was 5, double of 5, 10. Let's see. Number 10. Yes. This is the image shows the bacteria which was found in the high efficiency particulate elastine filter, or the HEPA filter, which is the routine housekeeping and cleaning system on board the International Space Station. The filter on which the new bug was found remained on board the ISS for 40 months. This bacteria has been given a name, paying tribute to a great scientist. I got Indian school master going for a snatch, but you have to wait.
Sir, pass.
Want to try it out? Okay, he makes a pass. So I got Indian school muscat. Yes.
So is it Conan the bacterium?
Conan the bacterium. -5. -5 for Indian school muscat. Anyone add? Sue trying over there, but no point. Sue can just give me what's your answer?
Sir, it is Soli Bacillus Calami.
Soli Bacillus Calami, that was the perfect answer, paying tribute to APJ Abdul Kalam, but you were a little late. No points for you. Better luck next time, but no issues. Okay, we have got plenty of questions coming up. So we have got a negative again coming up over there. Moving to next question. Before that, let me clear the buzzers. Is for Master Lal Alva from Indian School Wadi Kabir. Which number you prefer?
So how about 9?
How about 9? Square of 3, 9. Let's see what is stored for you under 9. This is the image of the shoulder patch that was issued by the American War Department to approximately 3,500 army officers and enlisted men. The army interpretation of the patch says the blue field represents the universe. You can see there a blue field. A question mark indicates secrecy clocking the project, and the tail of the question mark becomes a lightning stroke to hit and split the indivisible. There is the clue. Which project are we talking about? I got a snatch from Salala. Yes.
So is it the Manhattan Project?
You are saying the project where World War II Manhattan Project where we had atomic bomb being prepared.
So that would be my guess.
That would be your guess. That's the perfect guess. Plus 10 for Vadika Bay. Okay, that was the question that was from Maslala. The buzzers have been cleared, I hope, right? All the buzzers have been cleared. My next question, direct question, is for Almabera. Shadia, this is your chance. Shadia. Almabera, Shadia. Shadia, can you hear us?
So I would like to choose question 6.
Question
6.
6. Half 9 minus 3 is 6. Shadia wants to go with 6. Let's see what is good for you. Oh. You can see here, this is the map of the Königsberg, a medieval German city, which was situated on both sides of the Pregel River. At the center were 2 large islands connected to each other and to the river banks, 7 bridges as shown, which has been highlighted in red. Carl Gottlieb Euler, a mathematician who later became the mayor of the nearby town, grew obsessed with these islands and the bridges, and kept coming back with one question: which route would allow someone to cross all 7 bridges without crossing any of them more than once? Don't dare to think of that one, it's not possible. But attempting to explain why led the famous mathematician Leonhard Euler to invent a new field of mathematics, which he called the geometry of position. But we don't know this now as geometry of position. We know it by another name. What is the other name which Leonhard Euler told geometry of position? Yes, Shadi. Famous mathematician Leonhard Euler told his geometry of position. We know it by some other name.
So is it coordinate geometry?
Coordinate geometry, no, not coordinate geometry. I got a snatch from Indian school Salala, followed by Seeb. Yes, Salala, what is the answer you want?
Topology and or graph theory.
Topology, graph theory, perfect answer, plus 10. Again, Indian school Salala. Let's clear the buzzers first. Hope the buzzers have been cleared. We are moving to Ria from Indian School Mulada. Okay, you've got a few numbers left out.
So I'll go with number 11.
Number 11. So Ria wants to go with number 11. Let's see what is stored for Ria. Again, an image. You can see the image contains the name of 7 crews. Oh, I got so hard snatching for it, but wait. 7 crews and the shuttle they traveled. The shuttle launched them into space on January 20, 1980. But few seconds into flight, a disaster struck, killing all the 7 and causing a setback in the space program of that fertile country. They could not go it after 1.5 years or so. Name the space station or the spaceship and the disaster it is known by.
Sir, I will pass.
You want to pass. Mulada is not going to try for that one. I got snatched, as I told you, from Indian school. Soha. Yes, Soha, what's your answer for a plus 10?
This is the explosion of the space shuttle Discovery.
Space shuttle Discovery, you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Can you just give me a little elaboration on that one?
Yes, sir. There was a problem with the cooling systems built on board the shuttle, and as it approached an incredibly high velocity, it combusted and blew up in the atmosphere.
Sorry, -5. Not Discovery. Not Discovery. We had a similar incident with Kalpana Chawla, but this was not Discovery. I had -5 for Indian school so hard, but I had IC without a score or no score. Yes, IC, would you like to try it out?
Sir,
No
was it
points, though.
Colombia?
It was Colombia, perfect. But you were late on the buzzer. Okay, it was the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. Just within 72 seconds of its flight, the Columbia got bursted. Okay, no problem. Let's move to the next question for Indian School Nizwa. I have Sutikshka waiting. Okay, we have got only 3 numbers left, Sutikshka, 3, 4, and 8. So which one you prefer?
4.
4. Okay, square of 2, 4. For Sudishka, question number 4, let's see. It is the facsimile of letter to Lord George from Sir William Crookes, the President of the Royal Society. Whose explained is being discussed? I got LC point for snatch. Yes, Sudishka, read it, it's there. Tishka, I'll take my timer now. 5.
I would
4.
like to pass.
You would like to pass. Okay, so I have got snatched from LC. Yes, LC, what's your answer for a plus 10?
Is it JC Bose?
JC Bose, Jagadish Chandra Bose. You meant that one? That Bose?
Yes, sir.
Jagadish Chandra Bose, who discovered his own invention of crystallography to measure the plant response to various stimuli. Perfect answer, plus 10 to Alci for a snatch. Before going to the next question, there's some slight information from my team. Students, you are supposed to do nothing on the mobile other than using it for buzzer. My team has made it note it down, so please see that don't nonsense are not being happened over there. Please avoid. Okay, my direct question for Nivedita. I hope Nivedita, you ready?
Yes.
That's it. Your direct question, which number 3 and 8? Which one you prefer, the prime number or the even number?
So I will go with 3.
We'll go with 3. For before that, let me clear the buzzer. Well, they have been cleared up. Question 3, what is stored? You can see the image of Rabindranath Tagore and the book he has written. If we know how much Rabindranath Tagore's literacy is, he has written only one book on science, which we called Biswa Parichay, which he dedicated to a famous Indian mathematician and scientist. You have to just tell me to whom the poet has dedicated this book. This is the only book which showed his interest on science.
Sir Ramanujan.
Ramanujan, sorry. I got Sur going for a snatch. That's the wrong answer. Yes, Sur. What is your answer? For a plus 10?
It is physicist Vikas Sinha.
Vikas Sinha, sorry, -5. Then full Sur, it's a -5 for you. Anyone wants to try for no score?
Sir, is it Satyendranath Bose?
It was Satyendranath Bose. the Bose-Einstein person we could have tried for that snatch. Okay, hard luck. So that was Satyanath Bose for us. Okay, that finishes for me, Nivedita. But till the next time, Soha, let's go to the last question to Master Antrich Singh of Indian School Salala. Can I have the privilege to select the question, Antrich? Because it's only one number left out.
Yes, sir, of course.
Okay, then I will take the number which is left out. Sorry. The number 8 for Indian School Salala. Magnificent Four. They are popularly known. The world recognized their contribution to science in a uniquely incredible way. 3 of these scientists have shown. The 4th one, the most prominent one, have put a question mark. We'll just identify, just like the Fab Four of our cricket, the Magnificent Four in science. No one goes for buzzer.
Sir, I'll guess Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein. What made you guess Albert Einstein?
Sir, just he's incredible. That's it.
That's the reason. Anyone, that's the wrong answer, my dear. But no negative points. But anyone want to try it out? Okay. You can see the first picture. You can see John Barry. Okay. Second one is Linus Pauling. Linus Pauling is special because he got the Nobel Prize, which he has not shared with anyone. These 3 people have got Nobel Prize twice. Getting one itself is incredible. This is something extraordinary. Then who should be the 4th one? It is the first person who made it in the history, none other than Marie Curie. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that question. That comes to the end of our first round, the launching phase. Okay, so with this, we come to the first round, and the first round, the launching phase. Don't worry, we have got 4 rounds to go. We will be disclosing the scores after round 2. So let's move ahead. Okay, we will move to the next round. Let's see what is there for us in the round 2. Okay, that was the geocentric phase. Before moving to the rules, let me again make it clear to all the participants. Hereafter, there will not be any warnings given to you. We will be straight away disqualifying. As told earlier, the mic and the camera needs to be switched on throughout. See that it is in taken care of. Okay? So no warning. After this, we are going to directly disqualify you. So we are moving to the round 2, the second round. Before moving to the round, the rules. I got 7 questions in total. The scoring is +20 -10. It's a pure buzzer round, which means the person who makes it the first buzzing gets a +20 if it is correct, or I take away a 10 from him if he makes it wrong. So participants, I hope you are ready for the round 2, the geocentric phase. Let me launch the phase, the geocentric phase for you.
Why they say the sky is the limit? When I seen the footprints on the moon, why do they say the sky is the limit? When I seen the footprints on the moon, and I know the sky might be high, but baby it ain't really that high. And I know that Mars might be far, but baby it ain't really that far. Let's reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. Reach for
That was one of the great songs which we have heard. My question, Reach for the Stars Mars Edition became the first song in history to be broadcasted from another planet. completing a journey of more than 300 million miles between Mars and Earth. It's a song written, produced, and recorded by American recording artists in commemoration of the landing of the Curiosity rover on the planet Mars. We have to just identify the artist. Buzzer, I got Indian School Soul. Yes, Indian School Soul. What is your answer?
Sir, it is artist William.
Artist William. Can you little more elaborate that one?
Yes, sir.
Which William? William in the sense? More clarity required. Let's think.
Sir, I think William Adams.
William Adams. You are saying the William Adams, the lead member of the Black Eyed Peas, William Adams. Also known as Will I Am. That's the perfect answer. Plus 20 for Indian School. So, okay, reach for the stars. That was sung by none other than William James Adams. William Adams. That's I told I won't have clarification. You told me only William. That's I just waited. You made it William Adams. Okay, we agree with that one. William James Adams. That was the answer. Plus 20 for Indian School. So, let me clear the buzzer. The buzzer have been cleared. Let's move to the next question. Oh, I got, before I ask the question, the things around Salala moving of Wadi Kabir. Okay, what are these?
So this is the amount of time that has been given until inevitable climate change occurs. This is like a clock for that.
It's just a clock. You mean the climate clock?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful answer. Plus 20 Indian School Salala. That's the climate clock, one of the most dynamic climate campaigns in the world today, melding art, science, technology, and grassroots organizing to get the world into #action time. Okay, so plus 20 for Indian School Salala. So before I move to next question, let me clear the buzzers again. Buzzers have been cleared. Third question on the buzz round. Here comes my question. Yes. That is Ravish Malhotra. Okay. He was awarded the Kirti Chakra in 1985. Okay. There was a time when the whole India was crazy with him. That he was so famous that for each and every corner, he was being recognized. Why was he or how is he famous? No one wants to try, but around his fame, you have to tell me. Ravish Malhotra, awarded Kirti Chakra. What is a person doing? We're getting awarded Kirti Chakra in the science and math. The retired air commander of the Indian Air Force. No one wants to go for it. Okay, we don't have anyone trying it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So that's no one wants to answer it. Okay, fine. Anyone wants to try it out, make a guess.
So maybe he was the first to be like shortlisted to go into space or something like that. I don't know, because from the timing.
Maybe, but okay, maybe for India, you are thinking that he may be the person to be shortlisted to go to space, but he didn't go to space, no?
No.
Then who went to space?
Rakesh Sharma.
Rakesh. So you are saying if Rakesh Sharma was not there, Ravish Malhotra would have gone to space. That was the perfect answer. You could have tried for the buzzer. Ravish Malhotra served as backup for Rakesh Sharma on the Soyuz T-11 mission, which launched the first Indian citizen into space. But unfortunately, himself never went to space. If we had gone, would have remembered him. That's what always happens. Okay, no problem. You could have gone for that buzzer. You could have taken your chances. That's why we say take your chance. No issues. Let's move to the next question. Before that, yes, the buzzers are already been clear because no one tried for that one. Let's go ahead with the next question. Question number 4 for plus 20. Again, an image. Okay. This medal is an honor bestowed by the Charmers Festival to individuals in science and arts to recognize the work of those helping to promote the public awareness of science. The observed side of the medal combines the image of Alexei Leonov during the first spacewalk, the first person to make the spacewalk, Alexei Leonov. That's one you can see on the medal. And the red special guitar, the Queen member Brian Ernst, that special guitar to demonstrate music, another major component of the Charmer Festival. The reverse side of this medal depicts the bust of a renowned scientist in whose honor the award is given. You will just name me the medal which carries these images on its two sides. The bust is there on the. Yes, Indian School. Salala has gone for the buzzing. Okay, Indian School Salala, your chance.
Sir, I'm going to guess Stephen Hawking medal.
Stephen Hawking medal. You mean the Stephen Hawking medal for science communication?
Yes, sir, I think so. It's that.
So you believe that this is the Stephen Hawking medal for science communication? Perfect, plus 24. Indian School Salala, this is Stephen Hawking medal for science communication. A perfect guess made over there. Okay, that goes to plus 24 Indian School Salala. The buzzers have been cleared. The next question, the fifth question for the second round. Again, an image. Okay. As you can see, these are the images. This is the image which shows the seeds that traveled to the moon and came back. Now on social media, this has been given a special name and which is trending like anything. You just give me that name, the space rice. They say it will be served to us within 3 to 4 years. We have to wait. If everything goes fine, within 3 to 4 years, when you go to the hotel, maybe the person will ask, do you want to have this rice? The special name which is trending in social media. No one wants to take a chance. Okay. Okay, there is no point, so I'm just leaving that question. Anyone wants to try for a no point?
Sir, was it price for space rice?
No. It's coming from above. It is called the rice from heaven. China has called it as the rice from heaven. You could have just made it out. Okay, I can see the smile on the face of Maskatool. They have just tried it. Better luck. Okay, the buzzer is already clear. So let me move to the last question of the second round. And here is my question. Again, an image. Oh, before the question has been put, I got Indian School so hard going for the buzzer. As told earlier, yes, so hard. You have to give me the answer now. What is the answer?
Inspiration 4 is the first space mission which is fully crewed only by private members. It was organized by Elon Musk and returned to Earth on the 18th of September 2021. The 4 citizens who partook are the first, who is a billionaire, who was the person who funded his own seat, followed up by a bone cancer survivor who was sponsored by St. Jude Institute for Cancer Research and Treatment, followed up by the doctor who treated her, and finally the youngest person to ever go to space, Oliver Diamond, whose father paid for the seat. And together they formed the first private mission to go to space and return. And that is the agenda for Inspiration 4.
Okay, you have given me so many answers over there. The only thing is that if it forms the part of my question, it's plus 20 for you. Otherwise, a minus 10. Okay, so let's see what's my question. As he told, my question was to just identify the 4 values these 4 men and women represent. What you told Soha was perfect. Billionaire was there, everything was perfect, cancer patient was there, cancer person who came out from cancer was there, but my question was to identify the 4 values. These
Can I add my answer now?
No, I told clearly the beginning itself, which was told you 2 days back also, and we discussed the rules. If the question is not displayed and you go for the buzzer, it is mandatory that you have to give me the answer. That's always say you have to wait. Okay. Now, Sohar, you get a -10, but I got Gubra also trying. Was the same thing, or you want to try it out, Gubra, for no point?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You are not sure. Anyone else want to give a try?
Sir, I can give the answer now. Sir.
Okay, but for no points, it will be negative points still counted up. Okay, so what's the answer then?
Determination and prosperity.
It was leadership, hope, generosity, prosperity. You could have made it out, but you were a little bit impatient with that one. Okay, so be patient over there. You will get your chance. So -10 for Sohar. Okay, bad luck. You had everything, all the cards ready with you, but sometimes it happens. Okay. So that is the answer for my question, with which we have got one more question left out. Okay, we have got one more question. The last question of this round. Let me disable the buzzers. The buzzers have been disabled. The final question of round 2. Let's see what it's going.
Here to be Gatov, and I think we're about to see some magic.
God for the buzzer. So that was really an awesome music, nice movements. Even I feel to dance. Okay, coming to the question. Before that, I got Indian school. So going for the buzzer, I had not gone for the question. Indian school. So what is your answer? Indian school. So Indian school. So you have given the buzzer. What is your answer?
Sir, I'm not sure about the answer.
Now you had to give the buzzer, so you had to give me an answer. You have to give me an answer now. Just now I had given a warning to Sohar. You have taken that one. I told, be patient, wait. Now give me the answer. Try it out. Something you can try it out. Think. Something. Let's try to relate. Let's try to relate. Okay, you don't want to say it. Really bad. You could have just made a guess. Anyhow, you have put the buzzer. You could have just taken up a guess. Something you want to guess.
No, sir.
Thing. The -10 for Indian school. So this was my question actually. Okay. As you can see, as tutored by Thomas Fritzwich, shared this video saying that this was the first ever space Olympics. A Saturday afternoon on the International Space Station. 4 disciplines, roles that evolved as we played. This happened when the Tokyo Olympics were going on, and the astronauts who were far away in space also wanted to enjoy. And they put the name this to be the first Space Olympics. They have the competition with each one of them by dividing the whole crew into 2 groups. I just wanted to know the name of the groups, the teams. You want to try for no point? Anyone
So
for
was
no point?
was one of the team Russia?
No, they're given a name with reference to the space. Not Russia, not like the country names and all, because we had every person. Okay? Each country had people over there. They divide them, the 7 crew had divided them into 4 and 3, as you can see. The people were in the blue and with white.
Sir, this is for no points.
No point, no point. No negatives. You can try. Yes, so you want to try? Yes, so
Yes, sir. The sun and the moon.
No, not sun and moon. Okay. I'll come with the answer. Yes, you want to try it out.
Sir, it was Team Dragon and Team Soyuz.
It was Team Dragon and Team Soyuz, but no points for you. Okay, it is Team Soyuz and Team Dragon. That was the perfect answer over there. It is Space Olympics, two teams being competing with each other, Team Soyuz and Team Dragon. Okay, just my second round. Okay, and since they have finished the second round, it's obviously mandatory to see the scores. Okay, so my team is working on the scores, which will be displayed to you shortly. Before that, again, set warnings, okay, which has been noted down by my team. Okay, and these are going to be the last warnings. You are requested to look only to the computer screen, not to play with the mobile. Okay, that's the first thing. Please check it. My team has told clearly that they don't want to have it again. Okay, and it will be really sorry to see a team getting disqualified in this arena. Okay, so please see to it that you are looking at the computer. Okay, and everything goes fine. The quiz gets completed with no issues. My team, as I told you, are working on it. Okay, they are having a good time over there with so many negatives coming up. But don't worry, we have got enough rounds. There are 2 more rounds left with enough number of questions. Anyone can check it out and come up. As I told you, the camera has to be held like this only. Okay, not like this. And don't, it should be kept like this. We want to see it. Okay. So please see that, and both the hands on the camera. Okay. Looking at the, see, the camera has to be used. The mobile has to be used only for buzzing. Okay. You can look at the screen of a computer. When buzzing, you can just put, because with one finger you can make the buzzing. So please see to it. Please don't keep it like this. So you can, okay, rather you will keep like this. That's what my team wants to say. My team wants to say that you want to keep it like this. They want the mobile to be kept like this, not like this, like this. And just make it like this. The position, change the folding of position. Just hold it like this. Then so you can just hold it like this on your palm, up, and you can bring your hands up. Yeah, it's like that. And you can just take with the other hand. The other hand, which your hand you feel comfortable to press it. Okay, suppose you feel the left hand is okay, keep it on left hand and press with the right hand. That will work out. Okay, so that it becomes a little more fair. Okay?
Sir, do you have to show the phone screen like this?
No, not phone. You just keep like this, and with this hand you can put the buzzer. The other hand you can keep it like this, and that you can put the buzzer. That will work out. I hope it's comfortable now, right?
Yes, sir. This is fine.
Okay, that will be fine. So I got some buzzing. Okay, let me check whether the buzzing you can do it properly. I will call out the name. Shivadi Kabir, can you just buzz it like that? I want Muscat also to try it out. Fine. Then I want Salala. Gubra. Indian school soar. We are getting a lot of complaint now. Indian school soar. We told clearly the how to keep the mobile. Okay. My team is ready with the scores. The scores are there. Display, you can see Indian school market -5, -5, Sohar -15, Al-Steep 10, Wadika with 5, Mabela yet to score, Mullah yet to score, Iswa yet to score, Rathi yet to score, and leading is Indian school Talala with 80. Till we have got the chance, Al-Steep, Wadi Kabir. So if they really pull it up with the number of questions coming up, I really feel that yes, you can make it. Okay. So that's the scoreboard for you. Now at present it is Indian School Salala which is leading, followed by Al-Steep. So welcome back again after the scorecard. I hope you are a little relaxed. Let's take a deep breath. Feel free. Okay. So participants, let's go for our next phase. the heliocentric phase. This is what I have given the name, and I have dedicated this to our independence Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which means the questions in this round will be purely on Indians, nothing going out. They're completely purely on Indians. Before I move to the rules and all, again, I want to see that all the mobiles have been kept properly. Okay, as told, as I told you, you should come like this only. Okay. Please see to it that, otherwise, my team has told me to give a final warning that they don't want to have it again. They want, doesn't happen again. They want tolerate this one. This, please keep like this. And we don't want any persons over there. I can see someone talking. Yeah. Okay, so let's start the first four. Before that, the rules. I had to tell the rules of this event. Again, the buzzer round. Okay, scoring is plus 20. Yes, Mabella?
Sorry, sir, but I buzzed it by mistake.
Okay, before that, fine.
And sir,
There's
there
the buzzer.
are my grandparents are behind. Is it okay if my mic is on?
Okay, fine. We will check it out. My team will be looking on that one too, seriously. I think I told my team also, they will be checking out. But we already told you, please sit in a place where there are no disturbance. We will consider that. Fine. Now, the round 3, the rules has played 6 questions in total. 6 into 20, 120. Anyone can move it up. It's a pure buzzer round on Indians. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Okay. And this round is a connect round. You will be shown some images. You have to just connect them to give me an eminent Indian personality. The sense, an eminent Indian scientist or a mathematician. Okay. That's what you're supposed to do. So let's begin the round 3 on the buzzer. Salala has already gone with it, followed by Mabella. Yes, Salala, what is your
Sir, Srinivasa Ramanujan.
Srinivasa Ramanujan. How can you just tell me the connect?
Sir, I just read the Lost Notebook and I had to go for it.
So
also, the Indian clerk is
Notebook
100% based on him. So yeah.
So the Indian clerk and the Lost Notebook has prompted you to say Srinivasa Ramanujan. That's the perfect answer. It is none other than Srinivasa Ramanujan, the math genius. Okay, the first one was the Indian clerk. That was the biography written by David Levitt, which showcased the relation between Hari and Ramanujan. Okay, the other one, the Lost Notebook, the famous Lost Notebook, where he had his mathematical findings in his late years, which was lost. Okay, and the third one was the plaque which showed the Ramanujan math part. Okay, which was inaugurated in his 130th birthday. Okay, which is in Kuppam, Chittoor, Andhra Pradesh. So plus 20 for Indian school Salala. Srinivasa Ramanujan makes you plus 20. I believe maths is your favorite subject. Because most of the math answer you're saying. During the buzzer, I hope the buzzers have been cleared. My next connect question. 4 images. Sohar has gone for it. Yes, Sohar.
Yes, sir. This is Homi J. Baba, whose plane crashed next to Kanchenjunga.
So you're going with Homi J. Baba. And the
Yes,
reason?
Sir, Homi J. Baba's plane crashed near the Kanchenjunga. There are multiple conspiracy theories about it, but I'm not going to go into that. He was also an atomic scientist who was integral in the finding of TIFR.
Fine. And the other 2 connect?
Sir, I'm not sure. I just connected these.
You are not sure. Okay, that is Homi Jahangir Baba. Perfect 20 plus 20 for Indian school Sohar. The lady over there is none other than Smita Godrej, okay, who brought his home. And the other one was the famous radio telescope of Putin, which was his dream, his initiative, which started in the late 70s. Okay, that is Homi J. Baba for you, which gives you a plus 20. Indian school Sohar makes a plus 20 over there. Let me clear the buzzers. The buzzers have been cleared. We move to the third question of round 3. And here is it. Four images. The interconnect. No one has given the buzzer till now. No one wants to try. Famous. I can't say, I will not say anything on that. You can just give it. Test it out. You can make it. Senior students.
Sir, can you give us any clues for this question? Just a small one.
Darset has already gone for that one. I thought I would give it, but Darset has already gone for it. So let's see from Darset. Yes, Indian school Darset. What's your answer?
Tanu Padmanabhan.
Tanu Padmanabhan, the scientist who passed away recently.
Yes, sir.
-10. It's a -10 for you. You tried it out. Okay. I was being asked to give some clues, but for picture images, we can't give the clues and all. I create the puzzle. So you can see there the space, the 4 objects being kept. There were the 4 observatories, okay, which NASA has taken to the universe. The M limit. Any guess? M limit.
Sir, is it for no points?
Pardon?
Sir, is this for no points?
No points, no points. Points are over. Chandrasekhar, that was the Chandrasekhar limit. Yes, Chandrasekhar, Subramanian Chandrasekhar. I had seen you keeping your hands near to the buzzer. I thought you will go for it, but you didn't go. Okay, Subramanian Chandrasekhar, that was the answer over there. Truth and Beauty is the collection of papers and lectures written and delivered by this famous scientist. Okay, and the other one was the 1950 Chandra asteroid, okay, which was named after him. Now, before going to the next question, I want all the participants, especially in the school suit child, to keep the mobile phone kept by other participants. For don't like this, okay. You note it now so many times. We see to it that. Moving to question number 4 of this connect. On before that, let me clear the buttons have been cleared. Yes. Let's go to question number 4. 4 pictures, 4 images, make a connect. Salala has gone for it for a +20. Let's see what is your answer, Indian school Salala.
Jamsetji Tata.
Jamsetji Tata. Why?
So I don't know. I just went
you
for
made
it.
A guess.
Very instinctive.
Okay, you just simply took up a guess over there. -10 for Indian school Salala. That's not the answer. Anyone wants to try for a no point?
So is it J.S. Haldane?
Can I have one more time?
So is it J.S. Haldane?
No, not J.S. Haldane. Anyone else wants to try it? It is
it something related to the magnetic field?
No, it's not related to mathematics, because see, when it comes to science, every scientist has got something to do with maths, right?
So like magnetic field?
Not purely mathematics. It's something related to physics.
Yes, the magnetic field between 2 coils?
No, I told I want a person's name. Okay, there's no point anyhow. It is none other than C.V. Raman. The Raman effect. The connect, I will tell you. Okay, the first one in the picture you can see was the image of the ship with the blue light. Okay, the blue color of the ocean, and that was the first discovery of the physics of light by him. Okay, the second one was the image of an author, Hermann von Hulwes. Okay, the sensation of tone. He got too much inspired with the book that he started learning on the tones, especially tablas. Okay, third on the picture was TCM, the Travancore Chemical and Manufacturing Company, which he started with his student late back in 1943. Now has been changed into as TCM Limited. And the last in the picture was none other than K.S. Krishna, his associate, who has worked deeply with him for the discovery of Raman effect. So my whole together the connect was C.V. Raman, the Nobel laureate. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Question number 5. Before that, the buzzer, it has been already cleared up, I hope. We move to question number 5. The connect sound. Question number 5. 4 images, make the connect. You can see a lady, person, image taken, logo is there. Indian school Darset has gone for it. Yes, Darset. What is your answer?
There is a Bikram Sarabhai.
Vikram Sarabhai. Could you tell me the reason for that one?
So
Why do you
in
think
this
it's
religion and science are the same. So the Tumba rocket launch station was actually built in a place where there was a church. Vikram
okay? So
Sarabhai.
you are going with that straight away with that caption. You are
Yes.
going into Vikram
And also
Sarabhai.
his wife, Mrinalini Sarabhai, was a dancer.
Okay, so Google Doodle that's shown over there is his wife, Nalini Sarabhai's homage has been paid by Google Doodle. That's so you say the whole connect is Vikram Sarabhai.
Yes.
Perfect. Plus 20 for Indian school. That's none other than the Vikram Sarabhai. Okay, the person who was shown was none other than Pranav Sharma. Okay, actually there is a space museum which has been built up at BM Birla Science Station, and he is the curator over there. And the other one, the image actually is PRL, the Physical Research Laboratory, the cradle of space science, and he was the founder of that. Okay, so the whole connect it is Vikram Sarabhai plus 24 Indian school. That's it on the buzzer. Very good, well done. We move to the last question of this round. The buzzers have been cleared. So we are going to the last question of this round. Let's see. 3 images to be connected. Sohar has gone for it. Yes, Sohar. What is the connection?
What is APJ Abdul Kalam?
APJ Abdul Kalam. You can see there's a flag flying over there.
So that's the flag of Switzerland, where his birthday is celebrated as the Students' Day. And the picture on the bottom, I don't know his name, but he's the man with whom he created a stent, which is very cheap to produce, and it can be inserted into the blood vessel, and it helps in expanding it and preventing heart attacks and similar diseases.
With these two, you are saying it is APJ Abdul Kalam, the missile man of India.
Yes, sir.
The stent is nothing but the Raju Kalam's stent. Perfect. The birthday, there is shown that one. Actually, it was not his birthday. He visited Switzerland. He was the first person after 30 years to visit it. So it is not celebrated Students' Day. They celebrate that as Science Day. But all our connect is perfect. Plus 20 for Indian school so hard. It is none other than APJ Abdul Kalam. There's no other way to wind up this round, but without using APJ Abdul Kalam. So that finishes my third round of the STAI Quiz 2021. Okay, now we are left with the final round. Okay, participants, we are left with the final round. There's the only round left out, which we'll be moving now. Okay.
Sir, can you please clear the buzzer?
Yeah, I'll clear it off. Before I start, I'll clear it off. Okay, the buzzers will be cleared. Buzzers are cleared. So we have to move to the final round 4 in the school. So you have put a buzzer over there.
Sorry, some lag on
the matching phase. My definition has reached. We are going to the final round, the matching phase. That's what I call this round. Before I jump into the questions of the matching phase, let me have the rules. The rules of this round. 9 questions, plus 20, minus 10, pure buzzer round. 9 into 20, 180. Anyone can come up. Everyone has got an equal chance. Okay, so I hope you are ready. So let's start the matching phase. And under matching phase, my first question.
In a remote African jungle, a small monkey is captured. Bound for a pet store in America, the animal carries a deadly virus.
Now, I know that some of us have doubts about what we're about to do. We'd be less than human if we didn't. But the fate of the nation, perhaps the world, is in our hands. We cannot, we dare not refuse this burden. I'm confident that each of you will do his duty. God forgive us.
Your town is being quarantined.
We got 19 dead. We got 100 more infected. It's spreading like a brush fire.
What are you talking about?
If one of them's got it, then 10 of them.
What a way to start the round. When we are being quarantined here and there, I thought this would be the perfect question to start with my final round. The film focus, the film Outbreak, focus on the outbreak of a fictional virus called Ebola in Zaire, and later in a small town in the United States. This was modeled on a real-life virus to identify the virus. This movie has been portrayed on a real-life virus. Which is that virus? We are talking about so many viruses there. So which is that virus? Buzzer. No one wants to try. It's not so difficult one. How about Indian School Store going for it? Yes, Indian School Store. What's your answer?
Sir, is it Ebola virus?
Ebola virus. The virus which had originated near the river Ebola in the Republic of Congo. So you say it is Ebola virus. Perfect. Plus 20 for Indian School Store. It's Ebola virus, which the World Health Organization declared as a health emergency late 2019. Ebola virus. But that's happened here. The second question of this final round. You can see an image. This is June Dalzell Almeida. She's in fact not a recognized scientist, but a lab technician who is very much interested in what she sees under her microscope as part of her job. Thanks to her observation skill, the world has recently came to know about a thing. What is the name of that thing? June Dalzell Almeida. She is not a scientist, just a lab technician. So that's the second question for me. No one has gone for it. So for no point, anyone wants to try it out? For no point.
That she discovered the structure of DNA for the first time. She saw it under the microscope.
So no, that's not the answer. It's no negative points. Think recently I was talking about so many things, outbreak. I showed you what could have been. Any guess anyone wants to make for no point?
So is it about the protein structure of viruses?
Protein structure of viruses. I told I want to name the thing, the particular virus name.
Is it SARS? SARS?
SARS. Sorry, so many random answer, but the thing which I'm looking is not coming up. It is none other than coronavirus. How can you forget corona? Okay, for 1.5 years we are facing it, right? So that should not have been removed. I thought this has to be taken up. Okay, that was my second question. Before moving to the next one, so this has been repeatedly given as a warning to Indian school. So, child, okay, to keep the phone as others have kept. You want to see like this only. Okay, and I told you this has to be used as a buzzer, so you have just touch on that phone, no need to scroll anything on that. Okay. This is repeatedly being observed, which has been brought to the authorities' notice also. Okay. Then in that case, I'll discuss with my authority, my principal, and forcefully I'll be removing it. Next time, I don't want this to happen. It's not the first or second time. This warning has been issued so many times. So let's keep the queues alive. Let's run through all these things. Okay. The third question. Laugh. We say laugh is medicine for cure anything, but sometimes it's a disaster also. My question: in Docker, the movie, Todd Phillips' newly imagined origin story for the infamous DC villain Jackson Phillips plays Arthur Fleck, a downtown man who erupts into uncontrollable laughter at the most inappropriate moment. As the film progresses, the audience learns that his outbursts are symptoms of a brain injury. And while the script never names the Joker's disorder, it's based on a real-life medical condition. What is the name of that medical condition? Movie, they are not mentioning it, but it's a real-life medical condition. Joker movie. No one wants to sign. Okay. No buzzing. No one has done the buzzing also. So anyone wants to try for no points? But
Mad cow to see?
No. No. Not that one. No one else. Okay. The answer I was looking was none other than the pseudo-bulbar effect, PBE. It is the disorder called pseudo-bulbar effect. That's the answer over there. No problem. Let's move to the next. Before that, let me clear the buzzer. I hope the buzzers have been cleared. Let's move to the next question. Question number 4. This is the object which pops into our mind when we think of 2020. From being a special equipment, it has become a consumer product with 2 areas. With their cartoon characters printed on the front, they marked a sharp contrast between the dangers of the disease and the innocence of childhood. Which object am I talking? Oh, Wadi Kabir has gone for the buzzer. Yes, Indian school, Wadi Kabir. What is your answer?
So the origin of the medical mask comes from like in the late 40s, where it looked like a Mickey Mouse design. So now it has become the surgical mask we have today. So I think it is that, because that time it looked like a cartoon character. To
So what is your overall answer?
I'd go with mask.
So you're saying this is the mask. Perfect
Yes,
answer.
sir.
Plus 24. This will Wadi Kabir 2020-21. We can't forget a day without a mask. Everyone should have it. So I thought this has to be taken up. So we took this question. Face mask. That is the answer, which gives Indian school Wadi Kabir a plus 20. The buzzers have been cleared. We move to the next question. The recently held exhibition at the Nobel Prize Museum on scientists who have considerably contributed to our understanding of virus and how they propagate is very much relevant. The exhibition also examines the impact of past and current pandemics from the perspective of economics, arts, and literature. What is the name given to this time? Nobel Museum has given a special name to it, connecting with the present scenario. What is that name they given for this exhibition? Just try to connect it to the present situation. For a plus 20, no one wants to take a chance. Okay, no marks. Anyone wants to try make a guess for this one? No marks.
Sir, is it like slow the spread or flatten the curve?
No. Think a little more. Somewhere close to it, a single word.
Sir, is it related to, does the name have the word quarantine in it, maybe?
Not quarantine, but start with C. Let us see.
Sir,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Not sure, no problem. It is called contagious. Okay, they given it the name contagious. Okay, let's move to the next question. You can see an image over there. Okay, Number 6. Behind the closed doors of Atomlectin Hospital in Rome was a ward filled with patients being treated for AIDS. This new and unfamiliar disease was a strong deterrent to occupying Nazi soldiers who carried out routine searches of the hospital for Jews, Russians, and the anti-Christ. Fearing infection, the Nazis did not dare to enter the ward, turning their attentions elsewhere. It was just a cough that did it, a fake cough, which managed to save the lives of the Italian Jews. Claim this fake disease. There existed no disease like that. They just pretended that this existed. For the clue I gave you, that's the image of the hospital. The image is 3 persons over there, were the 3 physicians who worked over there. Okay. We have got Vittorio Sonori, Leone Bormio, and Dr. Oshin. These were the 3 doctors, physicians, who worked in the hospital. It was their mastermind just to save the Jews. They propagated a fake disease. The hospital was later called as the House of Life. In 2016, it was awarded as the House of Life, saving the lives of the Jews from the hands of the Nazis.
Sir, I
fake.
buzzed.
Oh, I got in. So Salah already buzzing up. Okay, Salah, what's your answer?
Sir, I think it's K syndrome because like there was a movie on it, and I think I remember watching some
K
part.
syndrome is
K
the
syndrome.
perfect answer. Plus 20 for Indian school, Salala. It's K syndrome, the fake disease which helped the Jews to get escape from the Nazis. This gives you a plus 20. The buzzers have been cleared. Moving to the 7th question, the next question. As you can see, I have put 4 images, which has been designed by a company called Activista Los Angeles. They are the creators behind this covers. They are not original covers, as you can see. Oh, Sohar has gone for it. Yes, Sohar, what is your answer? With this, what they have not completed,
Yes,
they want to put
behind this. This is related to the concept of social distancing, in which they have taken the normal members of the band in the pictures and spaced them out at different locations in their original pictures so that it looks like they are social distancing. So the funda is social distancing.
So you are saying the funda is social distancing?
Yes, sir.
That's the final answer.
Yes, sir.
Plus 20 Indian school. Soha, social distancing, the word which is to be used for the present. So plus 20 for Indian school, Soha. Before moving to the next question, I have got information to pass to Indian school, Salal child. Please keep your mobile phone properly. Salala, please keep the mobile properly. That's what my team says. So please keep it like this only. Yeah. Okay, before, let me clear the buzzers. I have cleared the buzzers. Okay. So we go for the next question. 4 images to be connected. Four images to be connected to get a famous person. The 4 images to be connected for a famous person for a plus 20. Indian school, Al-Seeb has gone for it. Yes, Al-Seeb, what's your answer? Overall connect and how is the connect made?
So was it Anne Frank?
One more time, I could not make it out.
Anne Frank.
Anne Frank. What is Anne Frank doing in science quiz?
Sir, I just saw the building and I thought that, and the person in the bottom.
Okay, minus 10. Not Anne Frank. Okay, it's not Anne Frank. Anyone wants to try for a no point.
Was it Albert Einstein?
Oh, you should have gone for that, Vadika Bay. It was Albert Einstein. Can you give me the connect? How you made the Albert Einstein?
Sir, in the first picture, I have no clue. But the third picture was in Hebrew, it was written. And I also know that Albert Einstein was offered the presidency of Israel at a time. So I
Yeah.
thought that connect and I told.
Perfect connection, but we would have gone for it in the beginning. It is Albert Einstein. The first one is nothing but the Einstein house, from where he took the form like E is equal to MC square. Okay. The other one was the party, the Dutch German party. He was the founding first member. Later it was dissolved. The Hebrew University logo, you told. And the fourth one, the recent one, okay, that was the happiness note given by Albert Einstein when he got the Nobel medal to the waiter over there. When the person came and he had no money left with him, so he just gave a note for it, and that note went for auction for billions. So the overall connect was Albert Einstein. Moving to the final question, the last question of the STAI quiz 2021. Here we go. Again, I have got to connect. I got Wadi Kabir already going for it. Yes, Wadi Kabir, what is the connect? What is the answer?
So the answer is Stephen Hawking. So he has something called the ALS, which is the amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is also called the Lou Gehrig's disease, because he was a baseball player in the US who was diagnosed with it. The second picture is his university rowing team, and the third picture, there's a Stephen Hawking movie. I think it's called The Theory of Everything, and he's the actor in that.
What an answer. Plus 20 Indian school, Wadi Kabir, Stephen Hawking. The last one he didn't fill it up was the Goka, which is the ad which Stephen Hawking is used as his fame to advertise so many products. So with that, we come to the end of the final question of this round. I'm saying the final question of this round because my team is working on the scores. We have to check whether we have got a tie or not. If tie comes, yes, the quiz will continue with those. Otherwise, this will be my final question for the STAI quiz 2021. I hope you have really enjoyed the quiz. Thanks to my quiz members, quiz team, who worked it out. My team, yes, they are working on it. In a very short span of time, you will be revealed with the scores, who has made it, who made the first. Is it the Salah school going for the top, or is it Wadi Kabir coming from the behind, or Gubra making it up? We had so many people in between the buzzing rounds coming up, negatives coming in between. Whether it's Soha who made it up, or it's Al-Seeb. We have to be careful there. My work team is working. Be patient there. Let's see what is told. If tie happens for the participants, I'll be going with the buzzer for those people only. Others will be just the spectators. So let's see whether the tie is there. I think we are going to have a tie. That's what my team says. I am not sure. They are just working on it. Oh, I have a tie. Indian school Sohar, Indian school Wadi Kabir 45, Indian school Salah 110. So 25. So we have a tie for the second and the third position with Indian school Sohar and Indian school Wadi Kabir. For both of you, this round will be purely for you people only for Indian school Sohar and Wadi Kabir. The question will not be displayed. I will be reading the tiebreaker question, and it will be purely on the buzzer. The buzzer has been cleared. The buzzer has been cleared for both of you. You can check it out. For you two only, this question is there. No one else needs to buzz it. Whoever buzz first, you will get a +1. If it goes wrong, -1, which will determine my second and the third position. Wadi Kabir and Soha, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Good to go.
Yes, sir.
Good to go. Okay. So let's see who makes the second and third position. This is my question. Known as the Polar Woman of ISRO, she is the first woman scientist to spend more than a year in the icy landscape of Antarctica. Who is this lady? She is called the Polar Woman of ISRO. Sohar, Wadi Kabir. No one wants to try. We're going to give the quiz master a tough chance. Polar Woman, ISRO, first woman scientist. Okay, I'll go to the next one. She was the mission director of Chandrayaan-2 mission and was responsible for detailing and the execution of the craft's onward autonomy system. Also dubbed as the Rocket Woman of India. Who are we talking about? Rocket Woman of India. I started with Polar Woman, no answer for me. Rocket Woman of India. Senators. No one wants to try. Okay. No. Okay. Let's go for the third one then. She is the first woman scientist to head a missile project in India. She is the Director General of Aeronautical Systems in India and the former project director of Agni-4 missile in Defense Research and Development Organization, also known as the Missile Women in India. We have got missile man, missile woman. No guess. It's none other than Tessie Thomas. Thought these names would be known to you. Okay. Let's move to the next one. The name was given by the Prime Minister of India, Nehru. He said, the name we suggest for it is X, which is, you know, means a celestial damsel or a water nymph. Therefore, it is appropriate. I am sure with your approval, I name this X. He had related the beauty of the radiation to the beauty of Indra's court. Name this X.
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
The name was given by the Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He said, the name we suggest for it is X, which you know means a celestial damsel or a water nymph. I'm talking about a reactor. Therefore, it is appropriate, and I'm sure with your approval, I name this X. You just name this one. What is this X? He had, oh, Soha has burst it. Yes, Soha.
Is it
what
Aparna? Aparna.
Aparna. Can you spell it?
Yes, sir. A-P-A-R-N-A. Although the
so
Hindi
Aparna
version.
Is you are saying Aparna is your final answer?
Yes, sir. Aparna is my final answer.
-1. It was close to it. It was Apsara, not Aparna. It was Apsara. Okay, the swimming pool type reactor of BRRC. No issues. Municipal Sohar makes it 44. So with this, we come to the end of the STAI Quiz 2021. We have the champions over here. Okay, it was a well-fought event. Congratulations to each and every participant who took it in that spirit. Okay, and I will say the tiebreakers gave the quiz master a real tough time, because I was also thinking I'll be running short with questions, though I had prepared with me almost 10 questions for the tiebreakers alone. Okay, with my team, I had a debate on this also, whether these questions should be taken up. They said these are so easy, they can make it up, but then at the end, it didn't turn out. No issues. Well fought by all of you. Okay. So with this, as I told you, we are going for the ceremony to declare the winners. As you know the winners, and just display on the board. Okay. So let me once again congratulate each and every one of you who took part in this competition in an active way, okay, taking it in the right spirit, though we had some issues here and there, part and parcel of the game. Okay. But then also no problem. I hope you really enjoyed the quiz. What is your opinion?
Yes, sir, we enjoyed it.
Yes,
Fine.
it was a good quiz.
So it was a
to hear
great
from
quiz.
you. Nice to hear from you all. So here is my final scorecard. Indian School Salala with 110, Indian School Wadi Kabir 45, Indian School Sohar 44. Okay. That is the final tally. Indian School 25. There's some of them got the negative points. No problem. The third position is backed by Indian schools Soha in the third position. Congratulations to Indian schools Soha and the first French. Well fought. Okay. Congratulations. Others also can clap for the team and school. Remember, congratulations. Second position is taken by Indian schools. What is the way? Second position. Congratulations to you also. And the taken by Indian School Salal. Congratulations to all the three. With this, we come to the end of the 2020. Hope to see you in future. New set of projects. Bye-bye from the quiz master and his team.
A big thanks to the quiz master and all the participants for such a wonderful show. Dear viewers, as of now, we conclude the events for the morning session. See you at 4 p.m. to witness another series of electrifying events. Till then, take care, have a good day.